All right.
He is in.
Hello, Stepto.
Hello.
Yay!
Hello. I am all worn out from watching all that dancing.
But you're Spider-Man, though. You can't be worn out.
Well, actually, you can when you're me and you're Spider-Man. It's different when you're actual Spider-Man.
Are those Spider-Man pajamas?
This is my Spider-Man tie-dye shirt.
Oh, nice.
What?
I know, isn't it awesome?
That's amazing.
So how are you guys? You look like you're having a bit of fun.
We're trying.
It's
Our
early.
best.
We were
Yeah.
We're getting to the sleep-deprived part of Desert Bus.
excellent.
I don't know about that. I think we've got a couple more days.
I
before we
personally
get
Started
am.
out that way.
Well, that's not Desert Butt's fault. That's your cat's fault, really.
Yeah, it's
To
true.
be fair.
I'm sure Desert Bus has a tiny bit to do with it.
Well, I mean, if it wasn't for Desert Bus, I just would have thrown my cat out of the bedroom, shut the door, and continued to sleep, right?
Like you do.
Like you do. How's NaNoWriMo going for you?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last part.
I said, how's NaNoWriMo going for you?
Yeah, so for those who are in the chat and watching and who don't otherwise know, this month, November, is National Novel Writing Month, or NaNoWriMo, or Remo, or I don't know, you can pronounce it a number of different ways. But the point being is that the challenge is to, in the month of November, to write a novel from beginning to end. I believe the minimum is, I think it's like 45,000 or 50,000 words, which is quite a bit of words. And I've been super. This is my first time to actually participate. Have any of you ever tried this?
There's this
no.
thing that keeps us busy all month, so we
What?
decided to have time.
Who,
What?
what kind of central novel writing authority is putting these rules into place?
It's a combination honor system and website where you can register. So if you register at the NaNoWriMo website, then it'll give you updates, it'll help you track your progress. You could share your progress with other writers, and from that it's trying to keep you motivated and trying to keep you focused, because a lot of times from a writing perspective, something that's super difficult is really just staying on task and finding the right focus to keep the project going, because there's all these things on the internet, like these Twitter things and Facebook things and Desert Bus charities and stuff that are very distracting to people who are trying to write. So while you're doing great stuff for the kids, think of all the writers.
We have actually now quite a few people in the chat talking about their progress in their novel writing, and a couple people complaining that we are hampering that. So
Guess we should
There it
Think of
is.
the writers, guys. You've thought about the kids enough.
Stepto, of course, we know you pretty well, and we've chatted a bunch of times with you, either on Desert Bus, but also at conventions and things. But I'm realizing that a lot of our viewers might not know you. So, can you introduce yourself to them so that they?
Absolutely. So my name is Stephen Toulouse, but I'm otherwise kind of known by my internet nickname, which is Stepto. And the reason that people call me that is really, I worked at Microsoft for 18 years, which is a long time. And when I was at Microsoft, my email name was stepto@microsoft.com. And the rule kind of is, when you work at Microsoft and you have sort of a pronounceable email name, it's almost inevitable that you will be known by that email name. And so that's why people call me that. My last 6 years or so at Microsoft, I worked at Xbox. Y'all might have heard of that.
Sounds vaguely
It's a
familiar.
thing.
Yeah.
There's something coming out this week. I didn't have a lot I had a little, but not a lot to do with it. So I worked at Xbox for a long time. I left Microsoft a couple years ago, and since then I've been doing writing and some appearances at PAX and various Damn It Liz productions. Is Liz there? I don't see Liz there.
She's here.
She's
Can we get-
upstairs.
Oh.
She's upstairs
Hi
doing
Liz,
work.
I miss you. I just wanted to get that out there. Also, I need to get her a special prop for her Christmas special. So,
Is it Christmas Rex?
yes, it is. As a matter of fact, safely stored in my garage.
So did you have any with the Xbox One? Did you develop new exciting banhammer technologies?
Yeah, when I about the time I left, we had spec'd out a whole bunch of features and things just over the course of the 360 that we thought would be better. They took those things and really ran with them. The things that we came up with were really along the lines of ideas. The real credit goes to the teams today who've implemented them. There's some really fantastic stuff that's going to hit on Friday. A new reputation-based system for players to better interact with each other and maybe hopefully have less instances of being thrown into a room with, shall we call them, just jerks in the interest of being family friendly.
Sounds suspiciously like something we proposed on Checkpoint a while ago.
Yeah, and it wasn't the first time.
Are
But
you telling
thankfully,
me
the
that-
opportunity to develop a new generation gives you the ability to sort of retask and refocus on a lot of things, and I think they did a great job. I'm looking forward to seeing it. So yeah, there is a lot of new stuff coming in terms of making the system a lot safer.
Are you? And of course, you personally came up with the name
Stop
Xbone
going.
and seeded it into development with it, right? That was you.
Let's just say I had nothing to do with it. And had I been present, might have voiced the various ways in which that might have blown backwards as opposed to forward. One of the more entertaining roles I had at Xbox was to try and find things they'd come up with and try and figure out how it could be misused. That's when I probably would have raised my hand pretty early on.
Yeah, you think somebody would have. Oh well.
So you're saying?
You'd be surprised. A lot of times they are so, and this is not a weakness necessarily. It's just one of those things where this happened a lot at Xbox. It happens, I'm sure, at Sony. It happens, I know for a fact, at every game developer. You get so focused on making cool stuff, you don't often think about how it could be misused. And so that was one of the things that we tried to do, is try to bring up to people how that type of stuff might take a different tack than you intended to begin with. So mostly they're focused on creating cool stuff. So going back to the writing stuff. So the reason that I'm here today is really I'm kind of nervous, I'll be honest.
You're gonna be honest.
I'm kind of nervous.
We're nervous
Yes.
too.
We're cheering for you.
This is a safe place. It's just
It's
you,
a safe place.
Oh.
just you and us and 5,000 people or
Yeah.
so.
Oh, that sounds safe.
But they're
that
lovely
sounds
people.
perfectly safe.
They're all very polite. It's the internet. The internet is a loving, warm, cuddly
Yeah,
place.
internet is known for being very moderate in its opinions about things.
Yes, you would know this. from
Always
past
willing.
experience.
Yeah, they'll always give you the benefit of the doubt. They'll let you go over things if you screw up the first time. They're very forgiving.
They don't jump to conclusions. It's very safe.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Lie. But you're
trust
lying for the
us.
children, which is sweet. So the reason I'm nervous is that this is my first time to really participate in the whole writing a novel all in 1 month. And so what I thought I might do is bring the first chapter to you guys and maybe read it for the audience and maybe get some feedback, because I feel pretty confident in my ability to tell stories that are based off of my own life experiences. I wrote a book called A Microsoft Life, but this is more fiction, so this is a little bit tougher. So is that something you guys think might be cool?
Does it have?
Yeah.
So you want to have a desert bus workshop? You want to
Yeah.
workshop your piece?
Does
I want
this?
to workshop it, and I tell you what, I want to go one further. And what I want to do is I'm gonna read this and give you guys the opportunity to give me some feedback and maybe participate a little bit in the creation of it. And then what I'd like to actually do is auction off basically the chapter 1 that I'm about to read to you, handwritten and personalized and signed by me, to the auction winner.
Ooh. You can handwrite stories?
I can't really. It'll just be kind of, but I'll give them in addition a printed version so they'll be able to read actual work.
Cool.
So, are you actually writing your book longhand right now, or is that?
I'm gonna go ahead and read from the typed version.
Oh, okay.
But because basically you write it and you'll see, because it's let me sort of set the story for you. I'm a big fan of like the classic 50s hard-boiled film noir sort of crime novels, you know, where you've got a great villain and you've got sort of this really kind of hardcore hero who's very very sort of the macho crime solving type of dude. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the Jack Reacher series of novels, but it's that type of style.
Think of like
at some point the bad guy always faces off against the good guy, and so it's kind of what I was shooting for. But I'm struggling with a couple of things, and like I said, please be gentle. I don't know how good at all that this is because I'm not. Fiction is sort of out of my comfort zone, and so I'm looking forward to your feedback. I hope that you'll enjoy this.
Can I put something out there? I just can't resist the opportunity to use my college degree. Oh my gosh, you guys know how rare that is?
We're going to get an educated opinion.
Well, I didn't say that, but I was a creative writing major, which is why I'm employed as a nanny. So in our workshopping, the rule was that it's always really easy to pick out the flaws with something, so you need to give feedback and you need to say what you liked and then also what you think needs work, so that the author can keep what's good and not get depressed about, all the things were just bad, and know that they did something really well, and then also challenge them to improve what needs improving.
So chat, we're looking at you on that.
Yeah.
That would help
the
me
good and the bad.
enormously because I'm really nervous about this, and I don't, like I said, I mean, I think it's good. When I read it, I want to know what's going to happen next. So with that, I think we'll go ahead and start to give, and we'll start the auction now, so that we give people, if we're ready for that. I assume you guys are ready for that.
Well, maybe we don't want to do the auction while you're reading. I don't think, because.
Well, you might. There's something I'm stuck on, and it'll become apparent around the middle. So maybe we could maybe we'll reach that point and start it. How does that sound?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Are you reading the chat as? Don't get too distracted by what the chat is doing. They can be silly.
No, okay, I will go ahead and I'm not going to ignore the chat, but I'm not going to read the chat while I'm reading this.
Let's hope for the best.
All right, are we ready?
Yeah. Read
All
us
right.
the story.
This is an excerpt from chapter 1 of The Fist Stands Alone by Itself. All right. No one calls me obese, Lump Cecil wheezed corpulently, rolls of fat glistening with the sweat of a meaty rage. His sidekick Lester Sycophant snickered in supportive appreciation of his boss's genius. The empty air of the abandoned warehouse, abandoned except for our hero, the villains, and a very large nest of the rodent genus type Rattus nervacetus, smelled of blank stares and the failed dreams of 1,000 rat traps. Meaning to say it had no to very little smell, being the point, since that was what Boss Cecil always wanted to be the last breath of his victims. Nothing. Or at least nothing with smell. But in yet one of many ways, the boss's plans were ruined. Our hero had worn cologne today, and he was wrapped in the comforting smell of Drakkar Noir, much like he was wrapped in rope, chains, and for good measure, duct tape. Except that it was really just that clear packing tape, not true duct tape, because the clear stuff was 20 rolls for $5 at Costco, and the real duct tape was like twice as expensive. Do you have any idea how much tape a crime boss's sidekick goes through? A lot. And the last thing Lester needed was Manny Actuary, the numbers guy, giving him crap over how much supplies cost. Things were about to go very badly for Boss Lump Cecil, beyond the almost imminent heart failure and stroke his girth made him at risk for. You see, he had tied up the wrong man, poked the wrong hornet's nest. He'd poured himself a spoiled milk cocktail of trouble, cut with mustard 4 weeks past its expiration date, and he was gulping it down without even knowing he'd need industrial strength Tums later on, if he survived. Trussed up like a turkey at a bondage party for landfowl, our hero laughed. Your breakdancing days are over, Cecil, he said. You're about to find out what happens when someone ties up. And here's my problem, and here's where I need help. I don't know the name of the hero.
Ah.
So throughout the stuff that I have here, I just left it at hero's name.
I see. I see what your problem is, yes.
So what we're thinking here is that maybe the winner of the auction, we if they're okay with it,
Could
then
name
I
the
would
hero.
use their name.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
So
they-
that's sort of the beginning. I hope that gives people a flavor for what they might be bidding on.
People, there's a lot of fans in the chat, and also with the meaty. Or was it meatiness? It was very. Was it a meaty?
Meat fist?
No, a meat. What was it? A meaty.
A meaty rage.
A meaty rage. That was it. Sorry, a meaty rage.
Yeah.
That is very evocative. I love that.
Yes. Mad
Good.
points for using corpulently right at the
Yeah,
beginning. That was great.
I'm detecting a hint of Dan Brown in this writing.
Well, I feel like Dan Brown does such a great job of describing everything. And
Yes.
it really makes me feel like when I'm done reading his books, if I ever need to buy a particular thing
Oh,
that
you'd know
is
it.
featured, that I know what brand, model, and what specifications I'm going to get.
I really like the detail of just bringing up the idea of the crime boss office supply person. Like, there's a whole side story in that just about the bad day that some secretary has working for the crime boss when they're out of duct tape at the store or something.
They go
Like,
through a lot of tape.
problems she has
We-
with her basic office
I mean,
supply.
we actually did some
Get it.
experiments here at the at Desert Bus not a few hours ago. That taping two people together with packing tape takes a
See?
surprisingly large amount of packing tape.
Does that
See?
mean you know you used all that packaging?
And that stuff
She
is
was the one we
expensive.
taped.
And you don't want to go, I mean, you don't want to pay for the brand name duct tape because then you're kind of paying for the name.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you don't want to go too cheap because then they can easily get out of the tape
Yeah, it doesn't
and you're
even
going to
work.
need more tape.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a tumbleweed on the right, or on the left. Look.
But right in the middle. It's
Scenery.
It's a tough call.
So I would, Stepto, I know that you are a talented dude. So I'm assuming that this is you're writing a silly book. You're writing a funny book for NaNoWriMo.
No, this is dead serious. I'm really trying to create a hard-boiled story here.
If you see in the
You should put some eggs in it so we know how hard boiled it's supposed to be.
as you can see there, a GIF of us taping
Taping two people.
taping Ashley to Andy. Yeah.
Oh, I
That was
see
the
that.
thing-
I see that.
That was the
I
thing
see
that happened.
now.
Yeah.
That's a lot of tape.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay,
So we want to do. So we're gonna do an auction now for
Chapter 1. So I will be delivering to the winner a handwritten version of Chapter 1, which will be everything that I'm going to read to you. I'm going to read the rest of it.
Okay.
And the auction winner, it will be their name that is going to take the place of my placeholder here, which you'll see, what the placeholder is in just a second.
Or their name, or their choice of name.
And then if they're okay with that, I will post that. I will post that to my blog. If they don't want their name on my blog, that's fine too. We'll work it out with them. I don't want to give anybody any undue publicity if they don't want it, or if they would like, and they feel like they're really into the spirit of the story. If they don't want to use their real name, they can make up a name that they feel matches the tone of the story.
There are some
like
pretty amazing names already being suggested in the chat
Yes.
here.
And the
Oh, I
Disney
like,
chat is definitely well
roll
practiced at naming
Fizzlebeef.
things.
Butch Hard Cheese, I think, is
Which
my
hard
favorite
cheese
so
is good?
far.
Oh, this scrolled by faster than I could see.
Anyway, yeah, it does go. Anyway.
But you gotta bid. You gotta, yeah.
So I think what we'll do, we'll let you finish because the bidding. We don't want to interrupt you with the auction stuff. So
And the flow of the narrative. Yeah, we don't want to.
so we'll let you finish the book, and then you can stay on the line while we do the auction. How about that?
Sure, that sounds
Or
great.
finish the chapters, I should say, not the entire
Yeah, so
book.
like I said, I really appreciate the feedback. I've been struggling with trying to balance the right amount of description and writing is difficult. Writing is all about creating a place and letting someone's mind fill in the details. And I decided I just wanted to have more details. So that's kind of what I went with. All right, so your breakdancing days are over, Cecil, he said. You're about to find out what happens when someone ties up Hero's name. Cecil laughed, a wheezy, high-pitched laugh, indicating severe upper respiratory issues giving rise to a larger issue involving his circulation. He realized he didn't sound all that menacing. He sounded sick. And that feeling of inadequacy from childhood suddenly reappeared. All those times he never got picked first for dodgeball, even though he was incredibly light on his feet for an overweight child, like Rerun on the old TV show What's Happening. I think not, Hero's name. Perhaps you don't realize your predicament. Cecil then proceeded to detail his plans for Hero's name in excruciating detail, leaving out no gruesome step or convoluted mechanisms involved. As he explained, Lester's face got paler and paler, until it was so pale that it resembled a metaphor overused to the point of transparency. The boss had never planned such torture for anyone before, except when the FedEx guy left a signing slip and said no one was home during the delivery window, even though the boss was clearly home and was unable to answer the door only once while he was in the bathroom, and besides, he would have heard the doorbell anyway. Finally, after about 20 minutes, give or take, Cecil finished his litany of pain and extreme discomfort. What do you think of that, Hero's name? He said. Hero's name was snoring gently, having fallen asleep. Lester, show our guest how we wake up those who have the temerity and torpidity to fall asleep in our presence. Lester stepped up and slapped Hero's name across the face with a Justin Bieber baseball cap, then put it on him, careful not to disturb his carefully crafted bonds that had been made with such care. Hero's name's eyes flashed in anger in combination with the reflected light from the street lamp in the high window just under Cecil's shoulder. No one wakes Hero's name up from a nap, he growled in menacing low tones. You should have thought of that before you took a nap, snapped Cecil. The silence in the warehouse was suddenly deafening as the two men glared with menace at each other, one with actual menace and the other only implied menace due to the fact he was currently wrapped up in ropes and chains and covered in clear packing tape such that he resembled a tangled pair of iPod headphones wrapped in saran wrap. Give up now, Hero's name said, and you just might yet waddle out of this mess with only a lifetime in jail. I'm never going back to jail food, Cecil screamed inarticulately. Henchmen, begin the torture. From literally out of nowhere, hundreds of Cecil's henchmen prepared the first torture, the sound of rubbing two balloons together, echoing and reverberating throughout the empty warehouse's walls. Cecil smiled the smile of a man not accustomed to using facial muscles to move around so much facial fat when a whiff of Dracar Noir caressed his red inflamed nostrils. There's one thing you don't know about me, said Hero's name. There's supposed to be the smell of nothing in here. Nothing. No thing, screamed Cecil. Why do I smell cologne? That's definitely not a nothing. I want my enemies to smell their chances of survival here, which is none. Zero. Nothing. You see, Hero's name said calmly, his calm being unnerving and would unnerve even the calmest of people in the room at the time. I am a rat whisperer. From the farthest corner of the completely empty warehouse, 1,100 rats awoke to their calling. And that's the end of chapter 1.
Hey.
There's much joy for your use of literally.
Yeah.
Yes. If you ever write a side story about what Cecil did to that FedEx guy, I will buy the crap out of that story.
Don't you hate that? That's like the worst.
Yes! Well, doing the shipping for Desert Bus, it's like constant, right? Well, we showed up at 8 o'clock to deliver it. Nobody was there. Well, no shit, Sherlock!
No, the better one is where you're sitting there inside the moon base doing, like, writing something, and you hear this rustling outside, and you go downstairs and there's a note saying, sorry we missed you, and it's like, you son of a bitch!
I was right here. or
Ninja.
UPS, who at least drops it at the door, but they just like come, they knock, and in my tiny little apartment, by the time I get to the door, halfway down the hallway, I'm like, I live in a big apartment building. Somebody's just gonna walk past and be like, well, that looks cool. What do we pay these people for?
There were also quite a few votes to name the hero's name.
Yeah, that might be a
Or
thing.
hero's name or something of that regard.
I
Neil
will
Stevenson.
give the winner of the auction that choice.
Do the Neil Stevenson hero protagonist.
All right, let's start the auction with
All right.
some suitably dramatic music, I should hope.
Yeah.
So we'll do like, well, I mean, who knows? I may throw some goodies in the box too. Nothing crazy,
Yeah.
but you'll at the very least, you will have every opportunity to see what name you would like the hero to be. It could be your name, and you'll receive a handwritten copy of the story I just read, as well as a printed copy, so you'll be able to read it, and it'll be signed and personalized to you, auction winner.
Woohoo!
Do you know how to do that?
Activating the auction light now.
Engaging auction light.
Engaging auction. Make sure if you want to bid that you have a donor
I feel like
account.
there should be a siren or a red alert.
Oh, we got it.
Oh, there is.
We have a red alert.
Can you
At the
see
very
that,
least,
Thomas?
an inception sound.
Are you up on
Yeah.
So
the
we have, look, we have a light.
He can't see that.
Oh, well,
camera.
we have an
Are you up
auction
on
light. It's
auction?
very cool.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see the auction light.
There you
I
go.
am fully alerted.
All right. We're just waiting for our chat mods to get the start in there, and we will go.
I
Everybody
think
get your bids
I
ready.
think we have to actually do it here. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
1 sec.
I've got
Just a
goodies
second.
to throw in, like maybe a game or two, or a code, or all sorts of stuff.
Ooh, and even though Stepto will be sending this directly, we will still mail you a little card with your Desert Bus 7 patch. You won't miss it, don't worry.
Yes, you won't miss out.
What is the number on this?
This is 300. Number 300. Yes! We did it! We had a number to hit for our
All right,
auction.
everybody ready? Let's see if this works.
There you
Hey,
are. All right.
original.
400.
Whoa, my
This
goodness.
is madness.
It started at
Zach T.
25 and then went right up to 400.
Wow, that's
Zach
fantastic.
Tita.
Thank you
Double
so much.
madness. Bob the Great and Powerful has the high bid of $600. Woo! Making him indeed Bob the Great and Powerful. And now the Tiny Ghost of Emily Carr is back for $619 and 23 cents.
The tiny ghost of Emily Carr.
You have to say Tiny Ghost of Emily Carr. That's it.
I believe that was on the poster last year.
It was, yeah.
Tiny ghost was on the poster. All right, here we go.
Escalated quickly, just like the story.
1923. Also, Kathleen, do you want to remind people what giveaway is going on right now, just so that they can maybe increment their bids correctly?
Yeah, we are also doing, until the end of Stepto's Call, which is coming up in a few minutes here, the Persona 3 Perfect Famitsu Guide, all in Japanese. The perfect gift for any fan of Persona. This is for Persona 3 Portable, the best iteration of that game, and it has all sorts of great, cool drawings and illustrations that you normally don't ever get to see. So if you like Persona, this is a fantastic gift. Even if you can't read Japanese, you can donate $5 to be entered to win.
All right. And I suppose if you are donating for this auction and donate a multiple of 5, you could indeed also be entered in that one.
Exactly.
All right. So we are currently at the
619 and cents.
Tiny Ghost.
619. What a
600
precise number.
Yeah.
$600.
I think we should call
The Tiny Ghost is very
19
precise.
cents.
going once on that because we haven't
Yes.
seen any bids in a while. We got to keep this auction rolling.
All right. Going once on that. Now this is, you're going to get a handwritten copy. Now, just to be clear, Stepto, you're not handwriting this as you go. This will be a copy that you handwrite.
Yes, this is specific for the winner of the auction.
And high bid is now Bob the Great and Powerful at $640. Woo! Woo!
So you will have a sample of Stepto's handwriting to use however you wish. So that's something fun.
Forge documents, take out contracts, register credit
This
cards.
is one of the reasons my signature looks absolutely nothing like my handwriting.
Oh,
Car at $6.51 and 94 cents.
Tiny Ghost is my Dave Random cover band.
nice.
Wait, is that our first inside desert bus, Joe?
Maybe.
Maybe
Kind
during
of.
my shift.
Kind of amazing.
All right. And also be a printed version of the book or of the chapter so that you can actually read it, which
Yes,
is
I will
always
line it all
important.
up, all nice and pretty, so it will be presentable for you.
Wonderful.
And you get to name the hero.
You get to name the hero. That's
right.
the best part.
Most
I'm gonna
importantly,
put
of
the
course.
unedited version up on my blog for people to see who may have missed the this segment. But it will be the unedited. I'm unless you want me to, I will not put your the auction winner's changes in unless they say that's cool. So
Awesome.
Oh,
And
Bob
now-
the Great and Powerful, the new high bid, $6.90.
$6.90.
The Smack Talk Tiny Ghost is my Dave Random cover band, is my lure cover sketch comedy troupe.
Okay.
So
This could get
And
complicated.
to be clear, to add another element of rarity, while we did set this up as sort of a NaNoWriMo thing, this story is completely exclusive to Desert Bus. I am actually not going to be writing the rest of this. This is specifically for the auction room.
Unless chapter 2 is somebody going to the author of that story, it's like, I can see that you've been very inspired by Dan Brown.
So
And then
now $6.97
I like
and
the
11
Dan
cents to
Brown-
Tiny Ghost
I like
Family
the Dan
Car.
Brown book.
High bid, back to the Tiny Ghost. So yes, you'll have a permanent effect on the story, as well as getting your own personal handwritten copy. You get to have an impact that is you on this story by naming the protagonist.
all right, we're gonna call going once.
All right, we're gonna call
To
Going
Tiny Ghost
once.
Family Car again.
once again. Tiny Ghost. Tiny Ghost. Do we have maybe some film noir music that we could put in here? I think that might be
Throw in
appropriate.
Some, either LA Noir or Halo ODST soundtrack.
Oh, Halo
There
ODST
you go.
soundtrack, please.
Yeah. This is I'm excited about this. I love that it's so this is a story written specifically for Desert Bus. That's wonderful.
Yep, I wrote this specifically for this segment today.
Oh man.
And
All
yeah,
right.
just a reminder, you don't have to be bidding to donate $5 towards that amazing Persona book. You can do that at any time before the end of this call.
So yes, if you're not bidding,
Get all
do
that
that.
meaty anger.
All right, I think we're gonna have to go to going twice now.
The Tiny Ghost of Emily Carr.
All right.
I feel like the Tiny Ghost of Emily Carr would definitely have a good name in mind.
Going twice to
I
the
think so.
Tiny Ghost of Emily Carr.
Have we ever figured out if the Tiny Ghost of Emily Carr is local? Because Emily Carr, there's an Emily Carr house here in Victoria. She used to live here.
Yes, it's
So-
true. But she lived
Seems very
around
fitting.
in different places in Canada.
Tiny
That's
Ghost of
true,
Emily
yeah.
Carr came out of an improv bit last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
All right.
From Victoria.
All right. So yeah, if you're gonna snipe for this story,
Now's the time.
now's the
Gone
time for
once.
do it. We've gone once. You remember, you get to name the main character in this. Oh, Bob the Great and Powerful comes in. Ooh, with quite a
25. That's a
That's a jump.
significant raise.
quite a raise.
Yeah, and he's getting in on the giveaway too.
He says,
there.
"What the bus?" The chat goes wild.
Wow.
What the snap?
All right, let's keep this moving along. Let's call once for Bob, the Great and Powerful, the
Yeah,
great
that's
and
it.
currently winning this auction.
That's a significant raise. Let's see if Tiny Ghost of Emily Carr wants to have her hand forced by that
Yeah.
large and powerful.
This is
question-
getting tense.
Her ghostly
The
haunted
question is,
hand.
can the Ghost of Emily Carr is the Ghost of Emily Carr large enough to carry the amount of money that is required?
Hmm.
Maybe she has like a
If she's a poltergeist, maybe she can actually levitate them, move
There
things
you go.
around. She has telekinesis of some sort.
Some sort of bag of holding is required.
Hmm.
that could be.
All right. Well, I am seeing not a lot happening, so probably.
Oh no! Tiny Ghost says, you have bested me.
I think she did.
Oh no!
Yes. She says that.
You have bested me. Yes, just like that.
Curses! And shakes her tiny ghost fist. I'll be back to haunt you later.
All right. Well, in that case, we're gonna go twice.
I kind of like Bob the Great and Powerful is the hero's name.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Bob the Great and Powerful is a pretty solid heroic name.
It's a solid heroic name.
All right, we're at $725 to Bob the Great and Powerful for a handwritten copy of this chapter that Stepto will write out for you personally and will sign, and a printed out version that he will also sign, and you get to name the main character. That's pretty sweet.
It's awesome. And
we have gone once.
Are we ready?
We've gone once.
And we've gone twice.
I believe we have gone twice.
I believe you have.
Well,
Jeremy's doing the wind up.
I think it's time to be... Boom.
To Bob the Great and
Powerful.
Powerful. $725.
Nicely done.
So Bob, please make your bid and
Please make your bid and
Donation or whatever.
or make your donation and
your donation.
and make sure you have all your shipping information in your account so
We will
that
send that on to Stepto
we
so
can
that he can
send it to Stepto.
get
Stepto.
your, send you your stuff.
Yeah, and
Find out what the character's gonna be called.
yeah, let us know if for instance if Bob decides on the name of the character before the end of Desert Bus. Let us know and we can update the blog
Yeah.
with a link to the story and the name of the new character.
Definitely.
All right, you can feel free to share my contact information with Bob. And that's how we will connect. Is you can give him my email address.
That's how Bob will begin
Awesome.
the
I'll
forgery
do that.
process. He will have
Awesome.
an email address and a handwriting sample. Excellent, excellent.
You're
And
set,
my first car, the elementary school I first went to.
I mean, you guys are going to become great friends. You're going to share all sorts of intimate personal secrets, like your first pet and
Yeah.
your mother's maiden name.
Those
And
which
street you grew up
will
on as a
get you
child.
access to each other's Amazon.com accounts.
Exactly. For gifting.
That's right. Back and forth gifting. The best of friends. Oh. Well,
all right.
thank you so much for calling.
Yes,
and for
You are
reading us
very
the story.
welcome, you guys. You know how much of a fan I am, and I know one of these days I will end up being up there. I will, I promise.
Yeah,
Thank you.
definitely. Do you-
Corey has a good point that we have one more thing we'd like to get from you before you go get
it's
on
true.
with your day.
Sure.
We have a challenge. Did you call in last year? You called in a couple times, so you may have called in when we had one of these challenges. It's like the $5 fact
I
and the
did.
$7 secret. So this year we have the $7 superhero. So you have to come up with a superhero that you think would be fun to have exist. It could be a superhero that you'd want to be, or just a superhero that you think is a fun superhero. And tell us what the name of that superhero is and what their power is.
We probably should have given you a little more warning on this one. Sorry.
But you're a writer, so you can do this
While
on the spot, right?
while Stepto is thinking of that, I'm just going to plug one more time the Persona 3 Portable Famitsu Perfect Guide in Japanese, filled with beautiful pictures and information that you don't normally get to see about Persona bad guys and all sorts of goodies.
Right, and
So-
this is not anything that you could get here in North
Oh
America.
no, you'd have to order this from Japan. Like, you can get these on eBay if they're available, but this is a fantastic deal for a really cool book if you're a fan of the series. Just $5.
All right, I have
going
one
until the
here.
end of the call.
Excellent. All right. Go for it. Paul is ready to write this down.
Alrighty.
My hero, he's a little bit of a sidekick because his power isn't like super great, but it is pretty amazing when you think about it. And my hero's name is Harmony Lad.
Okay.
And it's not harmony like he fosters harmony amongst people. His superpower is that for any song, he can sing the perfect harmony. And the
I like
reason that
this.
that's an impressive superpower is if you've ever been like listening to a song or whatever, and then somebody like suddenly sings along the perfect harmony to the melody, you stop for a minute because you're startled, because that's kind of an amazing thing and it's very neat sounding. And that's how he disarms villains.
And so you just like,
They're just surprised that someone would break into harmony that perfect.
and he has to bring like a radio with him. So
That's
that-
the unfortunate part, is he does have to have a lot of freshly charged batteries. and a small radio with a speaker loud enough. And the downside is that his weakness is he's not very good at picking music.
Oh, so he can't start a song.
Yeah, you can't just pick any song. It has to be a song that the villain is going to respond to.
Right.
I mean, you know, it's got to be a song the villain likes.
So maybe that's
he's
why
not
he's
good at picking that out.
He needs to go along with somebody whose power is knowing what kind of music people are gonna like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why he's more of a sidekick type of guy. You know, sort of the superhero who helps the main hero.
Oh, Stepto! He can go along with my superhero, which I've been thinking about, which is DJ Bad Trip. His superpower is ruining parties by putting on awful music.
Wow.
So if you ever have sort of a wedding or an event or a dance or a
I think I've
fundraiser,
actually met him.
yeah.
It's-
Hate him.
That's one of those superheroes where their secret identity is actually very close to their actual superhero identity.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that, and thank you for calling.
You're
Yeah.
very welcome. You guys have an amazing time, and again, just awesome what you're doing. Can't wait to see you guys again.
All right.
Thank you, Stepto. See you later.
See you soon.
All right, guys.
See you
Bye.
later,
Have
Stepdad.
fun.
Bye.
Yay!
Yay! Thank you so much.
That was the awesome Stepto.
Yes.
He's delightful. Teller of stories.
Meaty rage.
Upper respiratory illness. Always a good thing to reference. All right. Paul, can you drive for a second?
Oh, that's beautiful.
You are.
I'm going to show off this book one more time before we do our draw. Somebody was asking, it's like, is Kathleen holding it wrong? No, I'm holding it right. Because can we get driver cam for a second? Driver cam.
Sorry,
Driver
tied up
cam.
with Stepto and Liz.
I take it you got all the info you need
See,
for that.
it's Japanese, so you read it the other way. Isn't that nice? So we are going to do that draw. Let me just find some really cool artwork that you don't normally get to see in these books. This is extremely detailed. I'm going to the bestiary, or the bestiary.
So should we actually? Let's say till 11:45. We'll give people
There you go.
Yeah.
3 more minutes.
3
3 more minutes.
So look at that. Look how cool that is. You never get to see these up close.
So right now,
with their stats.
you better do it. You still got a chance, but not much of one.
All right, I'll take that back.
$5.
$5 for a really cool thing.
So it started at 10:48 if you want to set this up, Paul.
We already have a meaty rage in the chat now. My favorite breed of cat is a Maine Coon, because I've got 2. They're
Pretty
the
bad
best.
cats.
I like how Anubis's snake is watching our feed. You can see in the chat there's a picture of friend snake watching Desert Bus. That's very cute. Let's see. Who is the best persona? I'm a fan of Naoto Shiragane's from Persona 4 as a persona because it's very well balanced. You can use powerful healing magic and light and dark magic, which is hard to find, so it makes her a very useful addition to your party. Annika was I think part Maine Coon, but he wasn't very big and he was extremely fluffy, so I think he might have been part Persian. He was like the fuzziest cat. I've never seen a cat so fluffy.
All right. In the I guess we only have
1 minute. You have 1 minute. Make your donations
let's
now.
do that, and then let's. There's a challenge here for somebody wanted Andy to do that I think we can do.
Are you set for that, Andy?
I want to do it really bad.
Is there words that I'm pulling up? or-
Yeah, if there is a
Is there-
transcription. Otherwise, I'd have to go away for a bit and learn it.
Okay. Why don't we? It's not like something you do with the YouTube video, right? It's just.
2 o'clock.
Oh, good. I want to try something with you and Kara later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kathleen,
Yes.
what is Pal's level class gonna win? Wizard?
Okay. He is a wizard. He's a level 5. He's very, very close to being level 6. Like if we play one more encounter, he'll ding level 6. We'll say he's level 6. He's like, no, he's seriously like,
Practically level 6.
yeah, like he's like 40 experience points off.
So he ought to be 6 by now.
Yeah, so he's level 6, so he's getting up there. His alignment is chaotic good, but frequently goes to chaotic neutral, depending what mood he's in.
I
mostly
am
just
actually
chaotic.
surprised to hear the good in there, but you know.
No, the thing is, he's always fighting for the right reason.
I think he's just straight up chaotic. The right
Definitely
reason being
chaotic.
Because his party members told him not to run away and to stop being pussy and set things on fire.
Yeah.
That's a good
a
reason.
self-preservation instinct is not necessary.
Hell is not a dungeon completionist.
No, he's a get the heck out of here. So I hope that helps for anybody who's working on the Pell artwork.
It starts from Stonehenge.
And I think we are just about ready to do that draw.
Yep.
So,
Yep. When you're ready, Paul.
Alrighty, I will do that thing. Wait. Alright, so that was from
10:48
10:48
a.m. Gosh, I wrote p.m. to
to
11:45.
11:45. And that $5, multiple values.
oh
but there
wow,
can
we're over
only be one
125. You
winner.
guys are awesome. You guys must really want this Persona book.
Alright, here we go.
I know I do.
Doo-doo-doo. The winner is Mad Theorist.
Good name.
Yay! Congratulations! Yay, Mad Theorist! You get this awesome Persona 3
guys.
portable Famitsu perfect guide. I hope you either read Japanese or like pretty pictures.
Do we need a shipper down?
Yeah, we do. We're failing here.
Oh, sorry.
Whoops.
Sorry, I forgot to.
Hey, can we get a shipper down here?
Yay!
Uh-oh.
We are doing challenges as soon as we're done with this, actually. We're going to start doing lots of challenges. We have Andy here, we have Jer, we have Tally, we have me. If anybody wanted to challenge me to do some Kathleen commercials, I mean, I'm here.
Anybody interested in seeing Paul and backup people rap going to the moon? He suggested it, and I really want to see it now.
I don't know how to rap. I was suggesting it as a thing that people can
You just be like, zoom, 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 we're going to the... I think you'd be awesome.
We
I
can
don't-
beatbox for you, Paul.
Yeah!
I don't think that would be a good idea.
I think you'd be really good.
Paul Saunders, expert
Sorry, we forgot to call
ripologist.
you. We
Wait,
failed.
that sounds bad.
That's okay. That's one.
No, we didn't go any farther.
Here's the
We
bag.
stopped.
Okay, what's the
Wow,
prize?
beautiful book.
I
will miss you.
213. Oh, I got to show you something really exciting after that.
I want that. I want that.
And it was a $5
Is it a $5
donation.
donation?
And thank you to, is it
It was the Escapist.
The Escapist that sent us this one?
Yes, this was part
I
of
remember
the
it was the
Escapist.
Escapist or Joystick. Yes, the Escapist sent us some really cool books, and this was one of them. So thank you for sending us this awesome thing.
Yay, Persona. Yay, if you haven't ever played an Atlas game or a Persona game, oh my god, what's wrong with you? Get on it!
People are busy.
What's the speech jammer?
Paul.
Do we still have it around?
I think it was on Graham's
It was
phone.
on Graham's
But it can
phone.
be downloaded, right?
It's an app
I tell you what, Paul.
I shouldn't have asked that.
I think we'll just show you what it is.
that plays back what you're saying, like with a slight delay, and it really messes
Oh,
with
I
your
see.
brain
Right,
when you're
right.
trying to speak.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there are some people who are almost immune to it, like Tally, Beige, and I, and Thomas. I
Yeah.
didn't see you do it, Thomas. So, yeah, like a few of us are just like whatevs.
Can
and
do
it ruins Alex and
Taka and Graham and then Jeremy got us started on testing how it would be to sing
thank you.
with it, because even for
Okay.
people who could
That's
speak
all I
with it, the singing is that much harder.
Oh god, no! Almost nobody
Um,
can sing with it.
It's insane.
Whoa! Oh, because that takes it. Oh, still. Holy doodle.
Jeez, really?
Well, because the thing is, there's a lot of $5, like $5. That's a common.
That's true. So it
Anyway,
It
the
raised it.
total raised in $5 increments was $11,280.
We might have had some.
But the thing is, if anybody donated for anything that ended in a zero, then it would have been.
Maybe my next one will be like $5.08.
Do it with sense.
Yeah.
But that's
Wait.
Amazing.
We did set up a endeavor to beat the $9,000 wall.
It's true. It's true. People really committed. Maybe.
It's possible.
Awesome.
All right.
All right, so
I don't know if I will, but
This is the most recent thing that we added in. Look at the number. Yay! We're having a little happiness over here. Okay.
I think
so there's a thing that
Uh-oh.
Andy was challenged to do here.
Oh boy.
my shift has only raised 5K, so I think that might have some
okay,
things
so
that are also clearing like silent auctions and stuff. So it raised a whole swag of money because we're over 125.6, you guys. So obviously you were excited about that.
Excellent.
All right, a couple people want me to describe Persona and what those games are, and I will do that after Andy has done this.
Right.
All right, so somebody has requested the let me see the name of the actual name of this thing.
It's the I am talking.
The I am talking speech from Doctor Who: The Pandorica Opens, as said by Andy,
Yes.
as only Andy can do.
Yes. I've got my. Well, I remember last time I did Doctor Who on Desert Bus, I had these goggles, so I'm going to carry that on, and a jacket. So I'm going to do that. Should I do it with a British accent or just me?
Wasn't it West Country Doctor?
It was West Country Doctor Who. Is that too silly?
I think that's delightful.
All right.
Do you need a
Just delightful.
Do you need a sonic screwdriver analog?
He's got like a little sort of iPhone thing he's sucking into. So should I? Should I try that? Right, thank you.
All right,
Right, it's just Desert Bus Doctor Who.
West Country Doctor Who.
West Country Doctor Who.
We're
This is
going to
Pandora.
Mordor in the TARDIS.
We're going to Mordor in the TARDIS. That's what we're doing today. All right. So this. Oh, this makes me so happy. Right. So if you don't know the story, what happens is during the 11th Doctor time, they found this sort of big cube thing at Stonehenge, under Stonehenge. And Amelia Pond was trapped in that for a little while. But anyway, it's a big important thing, and the whole universe has got word about it. So there's lots of spaceships above him. He's at Stonehenge, and they're all surrounding him. They're all coming to see the Pandorica, which will give them power over the world or something like that, the whole universe. And this is what he does. He comes out. So it's everywhere. And he says, "Hello, Stonehenge! Who takes the Pandorica takes the universe." But bad news, everyone, because guess who? Listen, you lot are whizzing about. It's really very distracting. Could you all just stay still for a minute? Because I am talking! No. The question of the hour is who's got the Pandorica? Answer, I do. Next question, who's coming to take it from me? Come on! Look at me! No plan, no backup, no weapons. Oh, and something else, I don't have anything to lose. So, if you're sitting up there in your silly little spaceships with all your silly little guns and you've got any plans on taking the Pandorica tonight, just remember who's standing in your way. Remember every black day I ever stopped you, and then, do the smart thing. Let somebody else try first. Which country Doctor Who?
I feel like you're right. You're like one of the dwarfs from The Hobbit standing up to Smaug.
I don't know why I never thought of this before, but Andy Cowden for the next Doctor.
Yeah! Yes, please, please.
Well,
Yes,
Any
please.
doctor is best doctor.
Yes. All right, so I've had some chat questions which I'm going to address very quickly, and then we're going to get back into challenges. One, Persona is a series of games where you have to play as a high school student, and this sounds bad, because you have to go to classes and do homework and like join clubs and stuff like that. And you have to fight demons and monsters, so it's basically like you have to balance like two sides of your life, and this sounds boring and terrible, but all of the schoolwork and classes you go to also increase your social links, which make you better at summoning monsters, and it's actually a very like well thought out game mechanic, and they're super fun because they're very sort of like story and character motivated, especially Persona 4. Persona 4 is excellent, and I highly recommend it. And somebody was saying, well, how come Kathleen can do the speech jammer thing? Because she doesn't like it when you get that audio slowdown thing. The speech jammer is just playing back what you hear at like a delay, so it's the same speed. Audio slowdown, oral hallucinations, are when you're sitting there and suddenly things just start to slow down and then they speed back up, and it's incredibly creepy. That's very different.
Now, that was a good explanation of Persona. Somebody also wanted you to do an ad for Persona.
I think I could do that.
As a Kathleen ad.
All right. I'm going to do some busking for the children. If you throw out some challenges for Kathleen ads, I will do some Kathleen ads. And if I pick your topic, maybe you could throw in like $5 or something like that. Or if you think something is particularly good, maybe you could do that. And then we'll do more Andy challenges. Yay. So we've got some number here challenges. 2117, 2121, and 2124 are all for Andy. So we'll start looking at Andy challenges. I will try not to swear. So somebody wanted Persona 5. Hey everybody, did you like Persona 4? And if you didn't, what the hell is wrong with you? Get out of here, get a life, go find video games, and get back to me when you've done it. Have you heard about Persona 5? No, you haven't, because it hasn't been announced, but god damn it better exist, or I'll be sad. If Persona 5 ever does come out, but fingers crossed, because Sony probably thinks it'll sell a few consoles, why don't you give it a try? You could do worse. You could be playing Breath of Fire, which is also good, but good in a different way. So but it's not as good as Persona 5, even though that doesn't exist, because you know what Persona has that Breath of Fire doesn't have? High school students, yet girls in short skirts. How can you go wrong? Persona 5, fan service.
Kathleen,
Yes.
we have a special call for you.
Patch it in!
Oh my god!
Let me get some audio.
Yay!
What? Dude, that's great.
Kevin!
He's like,
Just the audio, what's wrong?
This is my kitten, Kavrin. He's 10. He's the best.
move it on shot.
There we go.
Oh!
Audio.
Thomas, there's a preference is pain in shot. Thank you.
Ah! And that's Baxter. He's a little bastard. But he's so cute. Maybe no audio.
Yeah, I just took it off.
Oh, it's okay. They don't need words.
Oh, look at
Such
the-
fluff.
Look at how fuzzy they are.
Such fluffy.
So cat.
I-
Cat kitty.
Long tail.
Well, when she first got Baxter, when they first got Baxter, I was like, oh, okay, so he'll grow into his tail. The tail has grown with him.
Yeah, it's
That's
huge.
terrifying. I've
Yeah.
seen that tail.
The tail is like a separate entity. It's sentient.
I have
Cleans it all the time.
1.3 cats.
1.3.
Baxter and his tail. You could clean a Victorian street urchin with that tail, says Holistic Bilfred.
Baxter,
Aw.
a chimney sweep in another
Donate
way.
if you like cat cam.
Let's
Yes, donate for more cat cam.
get yay! Kitties all the time. Kitties, kitties, kitties.
Kevin's like, I don't dance.
Oh!
Yeah. Baxter's like, I'll dance, I'll dance. Can I dance? Oh my gosh, let me taste something.
Look, you can see where they've ruined my couch. That's delightful, you damn cat. Now I need a slipcover.
I want there to be a
Baxter looks
post-it
very
note
calm.
nearby. We put on Catherine's face.
Oh,
like the
look at that
lion
face.
face.
Aw.
Yeah.
Cats, 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 cats,
Such
cats,
lions,
cats.
much
I
more.
like cats,
Oh, he
cats,
hears your
cats,
voice.
cats.
He hears your
Oh,
voice.
really? Baxter!
Remote cat torture.
Oh, hello, baby.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Wow, I'm really glad I swept my floor, considering we're seeing this angle. Aww.
Oh,
Nope.
okay.
Kitty.
Yeah.
Kitty. You're a kitty.
This is a delight. Thank you so much to Ian for coordinating cat call-ins during my shift. Yeah. Why would you not watch Desert Bus? We've got everything. We've got girls. We've got cats. We've got famous people. We've got prizes. We've got dancing. Mostly cats. Look at these cats. Oh,
Also cats.
Karen. Hi,
Did we mention cats?
Catherine, meow meow meow.
Oh, next year can Baxter be a driver?
No, that's a bad idea.
We had a kitty come in last year. You remember that?
Oh, Princess Grayskull?
Yeah.
Princess Grayskull moved
Aw.
away.
Otherwise known
so
as
cute.
Actually, yeah, known as
actually
Minu.
Prince Minu.
Whatever,
actually
Princess
Prince,
Grayskull.
but
Oh,
so cute.
Desert cats for hope.
So Baxter is 9 months old. So look at how big he is for 9 months old. I'm not sure if the scale really comes across, but he's huge for a cat. And he's gonna grow for another 3 months, and then he's gonna fill out and he's gonna get swole. And it's gonna be very cute.
I think Aristotle is doing well. Aristotle is, from what I understand, a bit of a temperamental cat,
Well,
but still around. and
she loves Kate. Like, she sleeps on top of Kate and, like, cuddles with her all the time, but she hates other people. She's a very singular focused cat.
one person only, and does apparently jumps on the most insanely high spaces and peers out of them like the face of death.
Yes, but yeah, she loves Kate, hates most other people. I went over to Kate's house to take care of Aristotle when Kate wasn't around, and she gave me a very nasty set of swipes. Because I was like, I'm gonna play with your cat whether she likes it or not. Turns out she didn't like it.
Aristotle is a very particular cat.
Telly, what is pterodactyl?
Pterodactyl, 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 pterodactyl. I think it's just you have to repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. Failey was tweeting at me about it when I was.
Oh, that's awesome. I know. I was wondering what the prize is. Sorry for the art contest.
Oh, it is this awesome D&D
Oh, it is the D&D.
campaign,
Okay.
Blood in the Street, or Murder at Baldur's Gate.
Blood in the Street?
Chat, can
Different game.
Can you remind us what pterodactyl
Read
is?
back.
I think it's like a group of people and something about repeating the words until somebody can't say it right, or somebody breaks, or you just are trying to freak somebody out. I'm trying to remember. I tweeted something when I was doing all the write-ups for the prizes about how I'd written pterodactyl like 8 times. And there's apparently a little game about it. I'm trying to remember the details. But the chat is distracted by the cats, so...
Baxter! No, he's looking outside now. Oh, he turned around! Ah! Kitten! Baby cat! Yay, cats!
But Megaton, I'm not sure that anybody here actually watches Big Bang Theory. Oh, okay. Someone was asking if they actually portray D&D accurately on that show or not. And I
No.
All right. Well, there you go. No, that's not an accurate portrayal of what D&D is like then.
Like it's all the comedy with none of the actual gameplay or
Okay.
role playing.
Gotcha. All the good bits edited D&D.
See, like, Community also does not
Community one's better though.
does not portray D&D accurately, but at least it's in the spirit.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
concur.
D&D is, or sorry, Community is way better at it.
Yeah.
Bat butt! Bat butt! Meow meow!
Aw.
Baxter!
Looking for you.
Okay.
Are you just streaming live footage of your cat from home?
Yes.
It is possible that is
No,
what's
we're having
happening.
we're having a cat call in.
Special guest Baxter.
Baxter was acting very calm.
I know. Well, he got all his beans out last night in the middle of the night.
Ah. Well then.
Baxter! Meow 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 meow. Ah!
Kathleen.
Yes.
Okay, so there's a challenge here that maybe like you and I and Andy could do, or if Paul's still around, maybe he could get in on it. I don't know. It's sing.
Whoa whoa whoa!
Oh, sorry.
Oh, hey everybody. Where's my Skype count? Enjoy.
Aww.
It's a challenge to sing a Beastie Boys song of your choice in any style other than rap.
Wow.
Is that something that we think we could do?
Well,
How about spoken word? You gotta fight for your right to party.
well, I think so. Or maybe like we could do like a smooth jazz cover of Intergalactic or something like that.
If we could, yeah, actually,
seems feasible.
if we could get some like smooth jazz lounge music up, and then maybe we'll just pass the verse around the room.
Yeah, that seems good.
Okay.
I'll be funny.
Oh, look at how fuzzy
Barbershop
he
quartet.
is.
Smooth jazz, meet smooth jazz.
Baxter! Oh,
So you have to.
look at them ears. They're so big.
Yeah, everyone's all Richard Cheese style now.
Yes.
Love it.
Let's not do Richard Cheese again.
Oh man.
I think I missed the first one.
You didn't miss it.
Miss is a strong word.
Yeah. He dodged the
Escape
bullets.
might be better. When I'm getting from your tone of voice. Ah! Get in! Look at his magnificent, like, mane, like his ruff of fur around his neck. He's very fluffy. Not as fluffy as Annika was.
Are you gonna crash due to kittens?
Nope. I am prepared. God, I'm glad I swept my floor. God.
Oh, big yawn.
Oh.
Oh.
So speedy. Radar ears.
Fight for your right to party as a Leonard Cohen song.
Oh man.
Oh god.
Ian Horner is Cat Cam because I guarantee you Graham is. Oh, he might be awake by now.
It's Ian.
Yeah. Ooh, back to Cavern. He rolled over.
It never shakes when Ian laughs.
This is a different Beastie Boys song, but I think it could work well.
Yeah, that'll work.
Oh yeah, that worked. Look at that face! Oh my God!
Okay.